It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for
A Craig and Ryland Magic Review Show.
I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Welcome back to another review show right here on
Magic TV.
You're still in a school uniform. You are dressed in a school uniform.
Yeah.
Of course, you're a school kid. We're filming this on a Monday night. Thank you very much for joining us right here on Magic TV. We got another review show with 4 tricks, some brand new ones, and one of the finest chop cups that I've ever seen. We're going to be looking at a really cool chop cup, along with a whole bunch of other things. But we're going to get straight into it right now with another coin trick from our favourite coin manufacturers, N2G. We're going to have a look at that one first. Okay, so first up, we have Mirror Heart by N2G and Ken...
Kisto.
Tissot? I don't know. But it's by N2G, Mirror Heart. It's another one of their coin range. And as you would expect with N2G, the tutorial is absolutely terrible. But this is a very different effect. Imagine if you were planning on doing Anniversary Waltz, but with coins, combining it with Twilight by Paul Harris. You would have this. Neither of those are obviously credited by N2G, but why would they? And what it is it's kind of a strange type of effect where 2 coins. Well, you know what? You filmed this for social media, didn't you?
Yeah.
You filmed 2 separate videos, because Ryland traditionally on social media does reels that are less than 60 seconds. So you broke the main routine down into 2 videos, didn't you? The first video, you did kind of a coin production and a coin vanish with a mirror. And the second production, you then took those 2 coins and fused them together and turned them into the heart. So let's play those 2 videos. First the first one, then the second one. And you'll get an idea of exactly what the main routine is. When you've seen the main routine, we'll bring you back into the studio and we'll talk about the pros and cons. So first of all, there's 2 parts to this trick. And as you would imagine with N2G, you get some really nicely made Chinese coins, don't you? And the final moment is this. You get this incredible visual, which can be examined at the end. And you can actually get those as a refill. So if you want to,
away?
I mean, they're quite expensive, but you could give them away. Like if you were
I
doing...
would not give it away.
Well, like if you were doing a wedding...
If you did this to someone...
Yeah.
And you gave it away, the person who got it would be so lucky.
Yeah, because it is a beautiful thing. If you were doing like a bride and groom, a wedding, and you wanted to really give them something incredible, this is something that you might want to do.
The thing is,
now,
the moment where you have that and you do like that is so cool.
It is cool. It is cool. But let me talk about the pros and the cons. So first of all, you get this as your kind of final revelation.
Yep.
You get a couple of coins along with a magnetic shell. You get a really kind of a strange gimmick that's designed to create this sort of thing. And then finally you get the mirror that's designed to do a lot of the work for you as well.
Where is the mirror?
The mirror is over there. We don't need the mirror right now. Now, the problem is, as with a lot of N2G stuff, The tutorial is terrible. Now you can, unlike a lot of N2G stuff, you can actually follow it. But here's the problem. They describe 3 routines on the project, and all 3 of the routines have the same starting position, which is you sitting at the table with a bunch of stuff in your lap. So that's how all of the tricks start. You've got to put this in your lap, you've got to put this in your lap, you bring this out like this. And that makes it very impractical, very impractical. I say that this would be a great giveaway at a wedding. It's not going to be a great giveaway at a wedding if you have to sit opposite the bride and groom and shove a load of stuff in your lap beforehand. There are places where you can do that sort of stuff. There are places where you can get away with that, but not very often when I perform. So that's something that you need to bear in mind, because they don't give you any options for stand-up performances. They don't give you any options for standing up at a table when people are sitting down. It's literally lapping. That's the only option they give you.
You might be able to do that in your hand if you've got the mirror there and you thumb like over the mirror.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually played around with that concept many years ago, where you actually have a mirror and you do what is in essence Paul Harris's Twilight routine, but in the hands, walk around.
That's cool.
And you can actually do that. And there are ways of actually putting this together and making it work in a walk around setting. The problem is, in order for this to make sense, you have to have this. This doesn't make sense unless you've got this. So you have to have that moment where 2 coins fuse into this one gimmick. Now, the problem is the gimmick, without giving this away, this gimmick is very noisy. Like, one of the reasons that Ryland put this on social media and had music playing over it is because it was very noisy. And I don't think that would work in the real world. So for anyone who's got this, I do plan on doing this. I'll quickly offer you my handling. My handling is to ditch the shells and ditch the mirror. And if you want to just kind of go to this moment, don't actually have this open as a gimmick. Just end up with the fused state. Have this in finger palm, this in finger palm, have this in the pocket. And with this in finger palm, you can now do a kind of a pinch production and pinch 1 coin there and produce it. And then do a shuttle pass and apparently hold it here, whilst in actual fact you're holding the gimmick. So now you can produce a second one. So now you've got 2, and you can take those 2 and kind of do that sort of thing and fuse them together into one. And then once it's fused together into one, you can actually have someone hold their hand out and put this into their hand. And if you took and if you had something in the problem is you now need to steal this in order to go into this final thing. So maybe if you, if you had a purse and you open up the purse and there's a piece of nothing in there, you take the piece of nothing out and you put the purse on the table. Now you can produce the first coin. Now you can take another piece of nothing out the purse, produce the second coin, and now you can do that sort of thing and fuse it together. And then you can pick up the purse and put the purse away in your pocket, which is automatically going to allow you to switch this, steal this, so then you can go into the finale as in the instructions on the project.
How many normal coins does it come with?
Comes with 2 normal coins, 1 shell, 1 gimmick.
I was just wondering, because I was thinking, like, how do you get that and also have that? Then I realised it must come with 2.
Yeah, it comes with 2 coins.
Yeah,
it comes with 2 coins. And there is another phase that we didn't include in the main routine, if you remember, where the symbols become mirrored. When you're using the mirror thing, the symbols become mirrored, but it's so subtle. I didn't even realise until having to rewind it and watch it 4 times that I realised what was going on. Because once again, the instructions are terrible and you can't really follow what's going on. This is the sort of thing that I would never do this. Not in a million years. I think it's too clever for its own good. I think this is a really cool thing. And I know that you're going to have this in your bedroom and you're going to be you're going to have it there. But I can't see you ever doing this. I'm never going to do this.
That's why I'm going to give it 79.
Yeah, I'm not even going to give it that much. It's kind of... I think they've had this idea and have gone, oh, this is a really nice idea. How are we going to get there? And I think in typical N2G fashion, what they've done is they've half-arsed it. They haven't thought it through. They've had a good idea and have kind of gone, oh, okay, well, we could do that. Let's just stick it all in the lap. But these days, people need more than that. You know, I mean, you got something out of this because you did it on social media.
Yeah.
But neither you or I are going to do this in the real world, let's be honest. And as much as I love that final moment, and that's an amazing effect for a bride and groom, I think it's too much hassle to get there, and that's very expensive to give away. I can't remember what the refills are, but they're not cheap. So yeah, I'm going to give it 50%. It's okay. It's not brilliant. It's not terrible. The coins are really well made. The gimmicks are very clever, but I just think the whole thing hasn't been thought through, and it's not been designed with not even hobbyist in mind. You know, I read somewhere Rory Adams from the One Ahead Club said, you know, the problem with online magic reviewers is a lot of them are workers, so they review things based on a worker's point of view, like what will work in the real world. And he said a lot of people that buy magic are hobbyists, and I totally agree with that. But I couldn't see a hobbyist doing this as well, because you need to be seated at a table. Maybe you invite somebody in and you sit behind your dining room table. I don't know. I just think there's a lot better ways to. If I'm going to try and perform for people, I'm just not going to do this. It gets 50% from me. You're giving it 79.
Yeah.
Of course, you did it on social media, so at least you've done something with it.
Something out of it.
79% from Ryland, 50% from me. It's a lot of money for what it is, and I just don't think you're ever going to use this. But let's go from something you're never going to use to something that you're absolutely, definitely going to use.
What's that? Next, we're going to look at the Candy Cup by Grum.
Candy Cup by Grum. This is
Awesome!
Well, this is an incredibly expensive chop cup.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell people the story behind this?
Yeah, so I saw it.
Where were we?
So basically, I was saving up all my money from the gig so I could spend it all at the London Magic Convention.
Not London Magic Convention.
It was?
It was the Magic Circle Convention. The London Magic Convention.
Magic Circle, yeah. With the Magic Circle, yeah, I went downstairs and I was working on Alakazam stand. Then I came off for a little break to look around the dealers. And when I was looking around the dealers, I found Grum and they had a bunch of chop cups. And I spent some of my money on the chop cup. And it came with a bunch of cool stuff. So it came with the candy cup. And it says candy cup on it.
It's made, and just to point out, it's made out of leather.
Yeah.
And it's stitched, and it had lots of different colours, didn't they?
I decided to get the rainbow stitch because I thought it looked really cool, and also one of my favourite colours is turquoise.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and it came with a lime. It also came with a lemon, which is up there. It came with a cupcake, a squishy cupcake, and it came with a see-through ball without any candy. So what you could do is you could fill it with candy, and your final load, you could put the ball in. So you load the ball. Oh yeah, and you get them. So you could load the ball under. You could load the ball under, and then you have it, and then you can make the ball appear full of candy if you filled it with candy.
You can, and it comes with two of these starbursts.
2 starbursts.
I think I think we can talk about what a chop cup is because most people are going to know.
It's basically the normal chop cup style. 1 normal, 1 gimmicks, and then you can create your own little routine with it.
And you can get whatever colour of these you want as well, can't you?
You can get whatever colour of these you want. Now, you could fill the little see-through ball with starburst to match it. You could come up with a good presentation to, say, as in, I only had 1, and then, you've only got 1, and, I can do some magic with the 1. I can take it, and I can, like that, and you can make it go under, and you can do whatever you want with it.
We're going to show them a performance in a second.
And then at your end, you can load it under and make a bunch of starbursts appear and say, now, I've got my starburst back.
Now, you've done this at gigs, you've done this on stage, you've done it close-up, and you've done it on social media.
Yeah.
We haven't got any footage of you doing it on stage or close-up, but we have got footage of you doing it on social media, obviously.
Yeah.
So we'll place that footage, and then I'm going to ask you some questions about this, because you've used this a lot. So I'm going to ask you some questions. But this is a video of Ryland doing this recently on social media. Okay,
so I've got my candy cup. Now, unfortunately, it only has 1 candy. But I'm going to do a trick with that 1 candy. Because you see, if I do this, not there yet, I can do that. You can see it goes underneath the cup like that. Now, look, I'll do it again. Maybe you missed it. Maybe you missed it on the second time. So I'll do it 1 more time like that. Now, that's pretty cool. But if you watch very carefully, watch this. Oh, it comes right through just like that. You see, that's how it works. Now, I'll put this away and I can actually make it go, not yet, but I can do it again. Now, you probably heard that every trick needs a big finish, so I'll make this one have a big finish. If I snap, now we get a lemon, but that's not a big enough finish. So if I snap my fingers again, you see, we actually get cup. Now, of course, I need candy to survive. What?
Okay, so question for you, right? I mean, obviously that was a really rushed performance because you were
Yeah,
doing it as a reel.
Yeah.
So it had to be done under 60 seconds, right?
Yeah.
But normally when you're doing it on stage, it's a longer routine, you've got more moments, so on and so forth, right? I always find that with a chop cup, a good chop cup lives and dies by how well the magnetic ball, or in this case the magnetic candy, sticks. And also how easy it is to dislodge, because you can always tell a bad chop cup when people are having to like bang it really hard and it's like, no, hasn't come out yet, hasn't come out yet. A good chop cup, it just looks like you're putting it down and it's dislodged. Like that, actually. Well, that's very good. What's it like?
Yeah, because some chop cups, you don't know you had to do. You don't know you have to do it like a nice light touch. Some you do it like this, and it hasn't come out because you've done it too hard. Because if it's a ball, it won't happen with the candy. But if it's a ball, what happens is when it comes out, if you do it too hard, it will come dislodge, bounce back up, and hit the magnet again, and it'll stick again. That's happened to me before. And then we had this little see-through table. I banged it. I put like a camera under the. You didn't know this, but I put the camera under the see-through table, banged it super hard, and saw that what happens was it just bounced back up.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it using the see-through table.
Okay.
You didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Daddy, me and my bedroom tonight.
So look, my favourite chop cup is the TCC chop cup, which is
that's really good.
Which is leather as well.
Yeah.
Is this better? Because this is not cheap.
No, I don't.
I mean, obviously
really
for a
like
kid,
because it comes with the candy. I really like it because it's a candy chop cup. So I really like it, but I don't know if I can say which one's better.
So what's better, chop or a chop cup? Because with chop you can use any cup, and you don't need a ball because you just ball up a bill or a note. So, well, I suppose I know the answer because you don't do chop, but you do this. So I'm guessing you think chop cup's better.
Yeah, I know what chop is.
Of course you do.
Because I've seen you do it with the little magnet pen. I'm exposing you now with the magnet pen and the magnet bill.
Yes, with the magnetic pen, yes. Yes. You just condensed 25 years of hard work, development and creativity into a magnetic pen. Go ahead, buddy. Yeah, you just do that. Yeah.
I like this more because I don't actually do chop. Eventually I probably will learn chop and do chop. But right now I really like this.
Okay.
And I like the ball that it comes with.
You know, even
every performance, I get to fill it up with candy. And then I eat one at every performance because I open it, eat one. And then when I'm packing away, I'll eat them all. And the next performance, I'll get a new whole stack of candy. I get to put it in, end the performance, eat one, as the performance, packing away, eat them all. Then get a new stack of candy, eat one in the performance, and then when I'm packing away, eat them all, get a new stack of candy. Let's get a bunch of stacks of candy.
So do you think we can get some footage of you doing this in a real world gig, like on a stage or something?
This would be perfect for a review show we visited.
Yeah, well you do this all the time, don't you? Okay, so this is the best chop cup you've ever seen. You spent your own money on this.
Yeah.
It's over £100 for the cupcake, for the chop cup, for the candy.
And I think it was worth it.
You think it was worth it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I do use chop cups. I can't give this 100% because I'm not using it.
I'm going to give it 119.
119% from Ryland. I would more than happily do this if I had one. I haven't got one at the moment, but they are very, very nice. The magnet strength in this is beautiful. Like, look at that. You just barely... You know, it's there, but when I want it to appear, boom. I mean, that's just great.
Good magnet.
That's just amazing. It really is. And it's easy to load stuff under for that. And I love that little move that you did where you dropped it in and then you're into that. Yeah, that's great. Okay. I'm going to give this 90%. I think this is really good. So 90% from me.
So when you get one, you will do it.
I will do it, definitely, yeah. 90%, 119% from Ryland if you're looking for a really cool chop cup, which has got a really interesting hook line to it as well, because obviously talking about candy. Would you do this in a kid's show?
Do you know what I would do? I would have the candy music in the background.
Use that at the...
What you're doing is do.
Don't you use that in...
Heads up.
No, but you use it in a trick. Dean's box, yeah, that's right. Okay, right, so there you go. It's fantastic. If you're looking for a good chop cup, get this one. We're going to move on to another review now while I beat him up. Okay, so next up we have the Andalusian Challenge by Elias de Sastre, made in Malaga. This classic, reinvented to a high new level, proudly presented by Julio Montoro, created by the genius mind from Malaga, Elias de Sastre. Everything is examinable, all props included, magician fooler. I don't know about magician fooler. Right, okay, so what this is the Andalusian Challenge is... so we like Julio Montoro.
Yeah.
And he's got this new thing as part of his company called Julio Montoro Presents, where he's actually presenting magic from somebody else. And this trick is not by Julio, his company's put it out. It's by Elias de Sastre. And he seems like a very nice guy. The tutorial is about 40 minutes long. 20 minutes of that is just talking about what the trick is and so on and so forth. But in essence, what we have here is we have a version of Charming Chinese Challenge. Now,
is there credit to the creative?
He talks about Charming Chinese Challenge. Yeah, I don't think he could not, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
So Charming Chinese Challenge, if you don't know what that is, the idea is that you have 3 coins examined by a spectator. You have a ribbon examined by the spectator. You have the spectator put 3 coins onto the ribbon. They see that 3 coins are on the ribbon, and then one at a time they take the coins off the ribbon, and the last coin vanishes and appears in the spectator's hand. That is what Charming Chinese Challenge is. There's been many variations through the years. There's been jumbo versions of Charming Chinese Challenge.
Oh, those big coins with the big thread.
Mario Lopez came up with a version a little while ago using
I saw you do that. You had to palm the big coins and like...
Yeah, that's the big version, yeah. Mario Lopez came up with a version a little while ago called the Challenge, which is using a gimmicked coin. And this is a new version, and a lot of people are debating whether this is as good as Charming Chinese Challenge. In my opinion, the answer is no. And I'll tell you for why, and I'm going to be very, very specific about this. So the tutorial, what you get is you get 3 very nice Chinese coins, and they do look very pretty. You get 3 Chinese coins, you get the ribbon, and you get everything that you need, and you get all the tutorial to teach you how to do the routine. Now, the routine looks the same as Charming Chinese Challenge in that 3 coins go onto the ribbon, the first one comes off, the second one comes off, and then the last one comes off. It doesn't vanish and go into the spectator's hand like Charming Chinese Challenge, but it just comes off. Now, the ad copy here, and I'm going to tell you what the problem is with this in a minute. The ad copy here, the reasons they say this is really good. There's 3 reasons. First of all props included. I don't think that's a reason. I mean, you'd expect all the props to be included. Second of all, everything's examinable. So is everything examinable in Charming Chinese Challenge. Charming Chinese Challenge, with Charming Chinese Challenge, you have to use an extra coin. And what this does is this eliminates that extra coin, so you're only using 3 coins. However, with Charming Chinese Challenge, everything's examinable. You have the coins examined, you have the ribbon examined, the coins come off one at a time, and then once the coins have come off, everything's examinable again, right? So saying everything's examinable is not really a thing. And then the other one it says is magician fooler. Well, first of all, I don't care whether it fools magicians or not. I really couldn't give a rat's arse. But it doesn't, I can't see this fooling, unless the magician, he's got his eyes closed and isn't looking, and instead is watching a card trick over there, and it's a magic convention, and somebody's doing this trick to the magician, and the magician's looking at a card trick over there. Then it might fool a magician, who then turns around and goes, I didn't see it, but yeah, it looked good. I think it fooled me. That's the only way I think it fooled a magician. Because I watched him do it. And let me explain what the problem is, right?
You can just ask quickly, how much was this?
I don't know, about 40 quid or something. 40.
Because I was going to say, what I thought I would do is, I would just have this as decoration, and what I would do is, I would buy a couple of these, well, about 3 of these, and in my bedroom, I'll just put the coins on the ribbon, yeah, and then just like take it and just staple it to the ceiling and got the Chinese coins dangling down.
Well, can I talk about why that's probably more of an appropriate use for this than actually performing it?
Yeah.
With the Charming Chinese Challenge, right? The beautiful thing about Troy Hooser's original, which you can get from Vanishing Inc, is that the moves that are done to have the coins come off the ribbon are done on the offbeat. So in other words, the start of the Charming Chinese Challenge routine, they put the ribbon through the 3 coins themselves, and when the ribbon has gone through the 3 coins, they examine the 3 coins on the ribbon, and you can see that the 3 coins are on that ribbon at that point. You then come up here and you very clearly display that there are 3 coins, and then when you have them hold their hand out, that's when the move takes place on the offbeat. And then when you've got 2 coins left, there you go. Well, let's get rid of that one. When you've got 2 coins left, they see that there's 2 coins left on the ribbon. You come up like this, you say, hold your thumb and your forefinger. That's when the move takes place. Pinch the 2 coins. There you go, pinch them tightly. 1, 2, 3. And that's when the next one comes off. The move is taking place on the offbeat. Then you've got Troy's brilliant adaptation of taking the coin and having it melt through and having it melt back on and doing all of that fun stuff. And then there's an actual finale to it, which are the 3 coins. The final coin comes off the ribbon, vanishes and appears in the spectator's hand. Now, the problem with this is because you are only using 3 coins and you're not 1 ahead, it means that the move is done when the spectator is focusing on what's happening. So without giving too much away, the move happens. First of all, you have to thread the ribbon onto the coins, and the move happens when you're threading the ribbon through the coins. And it doesn't matter how good the sleight is, or how deceptive it is, or how good you are at it, that moment is not a good moment for something dodgy to happen. But that's exactly when something dodgy is happening. And then, as soon as that move's done, you can no longer examine the coins. Because you just can't, because it's the situation with the coins is not what they think it is. So you have to have the first coin come off. But even when the first coins come off, you still can't have the coins examined. Because at that point, just one sec, you still can't have the coins examined, because at that point, you're still in a situation where the audience is not aware of what you think it needs to be. So then the second coin comes off. Now at that point, you are in a situation where the coins can be examined, but what you have at the end is you have 2 coins that have come off. You have 1 coin that's left on. Now, because of Troy being 1 ahead, you can now do beautiful moments where the coin just melts off because you've got an extra coin. With this, when you get to the final coin, the creator says, well, now he basically starts teaching ringleader moves. He now starts teaching ring and rope moves, and he's like, well, okay, for the last coin, you can do this, and you can pull it off, and you do this, and you can pull it on, which is great. That's a beautiful move. But it's a ring and rope move. I didn't buy this for ring and rope. I bought it for an improvement on Charming Chinese Challenge. And as somebody who has spent the last 10 years, 15 years performing Charming Chinese Challenge, this is not an improvement in any way, shape, or form. All you have added to Troy's original routine is you've added a weaker first phase, a weaker second phase. You've taught me a few ring and rope routines, moves and sleights that I already know, because you're not 1 ahead, so you can't do that more visually. And there's no finale. With the Charming Chinese Challenge routine, they think they're holding 2 coins. You have the final coin come off, and you've got that beautiful moment where you go, but have a look in your hand, and now they've got 3. You can't have that here.
Maybe you could add this onto a Charming Chinese Challenge.
Why?
Because maybe you could finish Charming Chinese Challenge, and then I don't know if you would, but I don't think I would.
No. But performing, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But performing Charming Chinese Challenge and then performing this is like sitting somebody down in a restaurant and going, here you are, have a fillet steak, aged to perfection. This is the most beautiful steak you've ever had. Did you enjoy that? Yes. Now, let me get you a dessert. And it's like 85-week-old rice pudding that's got mold growing in it, and you're like, okay, after that wonderful steak, please have this bag of poop as dessert. And maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh.
But it would kind of be like giving someone, going to this really fancy restaurant, giving someone a menu with the greatest food of all time on, yeah? And then just saying, oh, and then when the person asks for something, it's like, we don't have that, we don't have that, we don't have that, we don't have that.
Yeah, well, what can you have? Oh, well, we've got this stale bread. It's just, the psychology behind this is all wrong. It's like somebody has seen Troy's, it's like somebody saw Troy's Charming Chinese Challenge and has attempted to improve it, thinking that the extra coin is a weakness and therefore going, if I remove the extra coin, I make the routine better. No. By removing the extra coin, you are not making the routine better.
You're making it worse.
You're making it worse, and you're drawing attention to the moments that shouldn't be drawn to during the course of a performance. Yeah. And the fact that everything's examinable, magician fooler, and all props are included is the key selling points of the ad copy, says everything that you need to know about this. Yeah. He looks like a really nice guy. I very much liked him. And I'm sure he performs this, and I'm sure he believes that this is better. But for all the reasons that I've actually pointed out here, I'm out. It ain't better. I don't like it. I'm not going to do it.
I'm going to give it 10%.
I'm going to give it 3%. 3% because I like the coins.
Yes, and that's why I gave it.
Yeah, I like the coins. 3%. I do like the coins very much.
3% from him, 10% from me.
Yeah, and also, by the way, the reason I haven't performed this, and we normally perform everything on the show, is because I've spent about a week practicing this, and even after practicing it for a week, I don't, I'm not happy with how it will look. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it justice. Not that it actually, because I mean and the other thing is it's no longer angle proof. Do you know what I mean? The thing with Charming Chinese Challenge is it's angle proof. This is not angle proof anymore. There's just so much to not like about it. I just don't. Nah, I don't like it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put any more time and effort into learning it because it's a weak version of a trick I already do.
I'm just going to get some and staple them to the roof.
Dude,
as a decoration.
Knock yourself out. Although we're going to finish off with one last trick, which is very good.
It's going to be good.
So for the final review today, we're going to be looking at the vase, or for our American viewers, the vase. Americans call a vase a vase.
Why?
Because they're weird.
Why?
They're weird.
Why?
You've been to America, they're strange. They speak funny. They don't call pavements, they call them sidewalks.
Yeah, they say tomatoes.
They say tomatoes, not tomatoes.
Yeah, they say wrong.
Yeah.
They
say it wrong.
They say aluminium.
No, we say oh, you are a ginormous muppet,
no,
aren't
they
you?
say aluminum.
They say aluminum.
And we say aluminium.
Yeah, exactly.
And they say aluminum.
Yeah.
Why do they say aluminum?
I don't know. They don't wear trousers, they wear pants.
Yeah. Weird.
Kind of weird. Like when you went into the thing at AGT to get dressed, and she's like, "Can you take your pants off?" And you were like, "What? You want me to get butt naked in front of you, woman? What's going on? Don't want to take my pants off. My pants are staying exactly where they are." Anyway, the last trick, the vase switching tool, Morpheus Industries Limited, real artifact. I love this. I really, really, really like this. This is cool. Tomato. Ryland did this on Instagram, as he is. I've just realised these weeks you're just performing everything on the show, aren't you?
What did you perform?
I haven't. The one trick I was meant to perform, I said I'm not performing it because I don't like it. Am I getting lazy?
Yes.
Am I getting lazy? I'm just getting you to do all of the magic these days. I really am. I really am. Bad daddy. Bad daddy.
I read a book about Bad Dad.
Really?
He was really a good dad. But the book was called Bad Dad.
Really?
But I was just trying to protect his son.
Like I tried to protect you. Anyway, we're going to look at the performance of Ryland doing this on Instagram.
It was by David Williams.
David Williams. You like David Williams. Let's...
He said yeah.
Can I talk to the people for a minute? Is that all right? Just for a second. Then we'll talk about David Williams some more. Maybe. Right. So, the vase, switching device. Ryland did this on social media, although you have done this in a show, haven't you?
Yeah.
I want to know how it went in the show. But first of all, let's have a look at the Instagram footage. So this is Ryland. You can customise this, and obviously we're dealing with Ryland here, so he's only going to customise something into either Lego, football, or superheroes.
Or maybe, like with this, I think I might like maybe change it one day into an orange juice, apple juice, water.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Stuff.
But currently,
Sprite. No, I wouldn't do that sort of drink. I would do orange prime, blueberry prime, strawberry prime, watermelon prime, the lemon prime. I would do the lemon and lime prime. I would what's the other one?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I would do the ice pop.
we get it. You like prime. We get it. You like prime.
Yeah, and
you
then,
like prime.
And then instead of like all the drinks, it's just prime. So I can do it for my friends.
It is customizable. Believe it or not, we're still talking about the trick here. Honestly, let's have a look at a performance. This time, it's got to do with
Okay, so
super.
I've got my dad behind the camera and I'm going to show him an amazing trick. So then I've got a prediction here and I've got this little empty cup, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the prediction in the cup so you can see it just like that, okay?
Yeah.
Now, these cards have different superheroes on. So what I want you to do is I want you to say stop on what you think is a good superhero, okay?
Anyone.
Anyone.
Ooh, there's a lot of them.
There is a lot.
Thor. No, not Thor. Too obvious. Keep going. Iron Man.
Iron Man, are you sure?
I love Iron Man.
You sure
Definitely
you want
Iron Man,
okay.
yes.
So you want Iron Man. So you could have picked any card, but you picked Iron Man.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, this cup has been here the whole time with the prediction in.
Yes.
I'm actually just going to quickly take this prediction out because you actually can see, if we look, that this prediction actually says Iron Man. What?
So that's the core effect, although there's a lot more that you get with it. And what you have is you get this, which is a really nifty switching tool. And what it allows you to do, it allows you to switch one billet for another billet imperceptibly.
Oh yeah, American called like the little paper billet.
Yeah, so you can show...
They're like bullets but paper.
You can show that this is empty, and you can put a billet in there, and you can show that it's in there, and then afterwards, when you've tipped it out, you've switched it, and it's gone. Which is just really clever.
Where'd it go?
Huh?
Where'd it go?
Magic. Now, as well as that, you also get these. I'm not flashing. You also get these. Now, Ryland actually set these up for superheroes, as you can see, but you can set them up for absolutely
anything.
anything.
There's a lot, which means I'm going to need a lot of prime.
Yeah, so, yes, you are going to need a lot of prime.
No, I know what I would do.
What?
Football card. I'll have the Invincible as one, and then put the golden ballers on. Then I would have all the team badges.
No, but that's, in all seriousness, that's the nice thing about this. You can adapt it and customise it.
I would do prime football cards.
Let me give you a couple of examples why this is really useful. So if you're a trade show magician and you're wanting to do somebody who performs at a trade show doing magic, promoting the product for the people that are on that trade stand.
Oh, okay.
You could have these set up for all of the most popular products on the trade stand. If you're a kids entertainer,
if you performed it on someone and you said you can get a free product, you get to choose a free product, which one do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
I
knew that you'd pick that one. Yeah.
I bet you. Someone will just pick the most expensive one. So they can get a free expensive item.
If you're a kids entertainer, right?
Yeah.
One of the things that you get asked about a lot as a kids entertainer is, can you do a trick that customised?
You can do it with sweets as well.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, you could do a trick that's customised to the kids' party. So if they go, "Oh, I'm really into Paw Patrol," you could say, "No problem, I'm going to do a trick that's themed to Paw Patrol," and you could have all of the pups on here: Sky, Liberty, Tracker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. So you can have all the pups on there.
Paw Patrol, be there on double.
Love Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol will be there on double.
Can we stop now?
There's a trouble in
You're the one that wanted to play Zelda for a bit.
Never there's a trouble in Adventure Bay.
Paw Patrol fan.
I'm not. You are.
I do love Paw Patrol. I do love Paw Patrol. So you can do it like that. They've also got instructions in there on how you can adapt it with a playing card. So if you want to, you can actually you can use the same, rather than using the The whiteboards that come with it, and obviously you can wipe them off and put something else on. You can use it as a signed card to impossible locations. So you can put a signed card in. You can have a card inside that pot from the very beginning. It turns into the signed card. You could also have a named card. You can use an index like Dex. Don't say Dex. You can use an index like... I'm biased. You could use an index like Dex, and you could have someone name a card and tip it out, and it's the card that they named. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it. It's actually really easy to use. The whiteboards are gimmicked to allow you to steal the freely chosen superhero, in this case, in a very, very clean way. And there's no heat on anything. It's just very easy to do. And it's adaptable, so you can adapt it to whatever you want. Obviously, it's quite a bit to carry around. You've got to carry those big boards around with you. This is perfect for a parlour show, for a small cabaret show. Although if you were doing banquet and you were going up to big tables, you'd be fine with this as well. You wouldn't have a problem with this either. But yeah, I really like this. This is one of my favourite things we've reviewed this week. Yeah. I'm going to give this 100%. Really cool. I love this. I know you've nabbled it and nicked it for your show, but I can see myself using this as well. I'm giving it 100%. What about you?
I'm going to give it
99. 99%?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever there's trouble in Adventure Bay,
99% from Ryland.
And Team Pops will come and save the day.
100% from me.
Paw Patrol, look, every day on the double.
We're going to wrap this up now.
Paw Patrol, be there on the double.
We're going to wrap it up.
There's some trouble in Adventure
We're going to wrap it up. It's getting wrapped up.
Come and save the day.
You may as well go now, because there's nothing else that's happening in this episode. You may as well just go. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Roger and his team ups will come and save the day.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. I'll give you a clue. That's another one in the bag. Do it. Come here. No. What are you doing? Come here. Sit down and wrap the blooming thing up.
Sit down. I'm doing it my own way this time.
What?
I'm doing it my own way this time.
Oh, no. No. I know what you're doing. Sit down.
No, I'm going to do this. There's another Russo in the back. There's another Russo in the back. There's another Russo in the back.
I knew you would do that. Sit down.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
No, what do you mean you're going to do? You've just done it.
No, I'm going to do it again. There's another Russo in the back. There's another Russo in the back. There's another Russo in the back.
Ow! I knew you were going to do that. Sit down.
Gotcha!
It is another review show in the bag. Please, this is a cry for help. Please.
Paw Patrol will be there on the double. Never did some trouble in Adventure Bay. What's in that? Ryder and his team pups come and save the day. Paw Patrol, be there on the double. I'm done.
You finished?
Paw Patrol. Done.
Tell them about Netflix.
www.thenetrix.com.
Tell them where you can follow you.
Royal Competition on Insta, Facebook.
Tell them bye.
Bye.
Have you finished?
Bye.